Before we discovered Team GPS, some of the challenges we were facing, it was, kind of the tail end of COVID, and we were bringing all of our staff back into the office. During COVID, we had also grown quite a bit, so we had a ton of new staff members. Our current staff didn't necessarily know the new staff because everyone was working remotely during that time, so we were just starting to feel a bit disconnected as a team. And something we kind of pride ourselves here at SkyComp is that we have a really strong culture, a fun place to work, and we're kind of all motivating each other and helping each other out. So we felt, there was just a little bit of disconnection during that period of COVID. And we were looking to solve how we can bring our team back together and kind of give a positive experience for all the new staff as well as the older staff. And we were looking for some sort of employee reward and recognition program to help kind of boost morale in the office. It was just difficult getting our team on the same page, I think. And, little things like birthdays and anniversaries are going by, and those are things like we like to celebrate. But again, during COVID, we had issues kind of reaching out to our staff and making it an exciting experience for everyone. So it was frustrating in the sense that we didn't feel like we were doing our best from a leadership standpoint for our staff to kind of make work the most enjoyable place for them. We initially learned about Team GPS at a conference we were at. I believe Serge, the owner of SkyComp, ran into Cam at one of the conferences, and she kind of brought it up. And then we had a webinar with you guys, and you guys kind of walked us through everything that you guys provide, and it really stuck out to us. The reward and recognition program specifically kind of stood out to us. We were specifically looking for a product. We were trying to brainstorm different ways to accommodate a growing staff and still maintain a strong culture. So there were things we were doing before, like getting a birthday cake for every single person's birthday in the company. That grew to a point where we were having cake once a week and no one enjoyed the cake. It sounds like a little thing, but no one enjoyed the cake anymore. So we were like, okay, we don't want to just ignore people's birthdays because that has always been a thing at SkyComp. But what's another solution we could find to help keep morale high? It actually took no time at all to get our staff interested in it. So we started giving out points immediately. We chose a initial date for a first of a month. And since then, we've had staff utilizing it nonstop. Every time at the end of the month, they're making sure they get out their points. And we actually just had our first team member get an Amazon gift card and sent out an email to the team saying, hey, I just got $50 from Amazon. Don't forget to use your points. So that was really exciting. But I think the team as a whole really enjoys rewarding. The peer-to-peer reward system is working really well for us. So yeah, we're seeing it all the time. And anytime someone helps someone else, they're giving out points, which is awesome. The thing we were looking at internally was redoing our employee review kind of coaching session process. And ours was getting a little outdated. We had some new management come in that didn't love our current process, and I didn't love it either. So we were also looking at switching that. So the onboarding process for Team GPS was amazing. That was one thing I was really, really impressed by from beginning to end, and everything we did in stages. So I said, one thing we wanted to tackle first was our customer satisfaction surveys and get that in place. We were using a product for that at the time, and we were looking to replace it. So they helped us get set up with that. And now we're looking at implementing the employee review and how we're going to set that up. And the onboarding process is being nonstop the whole way through and really, really good. The primary features we're using right now is the employee rewards and recognition. So we have our team doing the peer-to-peer kind of point system. We are also using the customer satisfaction, the CSAT. So we have the happy faces going out on all of our ticket reviews, which is great. And then we're looking at implementing, like I said, later this week, we're going to look at implementing our employee coaching reviews. And that is what really intrigued me to begin with, because I love how everything can be saved online and you're asking questions that are posted online. The employees get to answer it online. And then we have all that history saved in Team GPS for future meetings, which is great. I found Team GPS extremely easy to navigate and use. The whole portal is very simplistic and definitely easy to kind of maneuver around in there. It's similar to a lot of other systems, so there's definitely no questions on where to access things. It's user-friendly for sure. So far, I would say the greatest benefits that Team GPS has brought to our organization is one, we've definitely had an increase in team morale. I think Team GPS kind of caters to a bit of a larger company where you can't necessarily speak to your 5 staff members anymore. You need a better system to kind of address. We moved at the beginning of this year, so we have staff now actually in 2 different buildings. So it's hard to keep people on the same page without having, a system or something to kind of keep everyone involved. And I found Team GPS has helped us work together as a team, kind of bring everyone back together. We've definitely had an increase in Google reviews with the new setup that Team GPS has implemented, so that's great as well. We do have some staff that are working at client sites throughout the week, so they're a bit disconnected that way. We are also looking at moving potentially into a remote office in the States, so we would run into that problem. I definitely feel that Team GPS is a good financial decision for our company because we were able to get rid of potentially 3 other services that we're paying for this service. So you can pay for a service for employee reviews and coaching sessions. You can pay for a service for the customer satisfaction, and you can pay for a service for the peer-to-peer rewards and recognition programs, and Team GPS encompasses all of that in one. This is what we pay across the board for all of these services. We don't want to pay more than that with Team GPS. And of course, we're not paying as much, we're paying less than that, so that's great. We immediately canceled any other services we're using, and now we're just using Team GPS, which encompasses, like I said, those 3 services all in one. And it's nice to have one platform to go to rather than signing into, 4 different portals for things. It definitely simplifies things. So, when we did originally switch from our previous service to this for customer satisfaction, we noticed a drop actually in our Google reviews just between the way the old service was doing it versus Team GPS. And I brought that to Ryan's attention. And within a week, I met with Ryan and Vikram, and I was trying to re-explain the issue to them. And as I'm on the call, they're like, it's done. And I was like, well, no, but I don't think you understand. I was trying to walk it through. And then Vikram pulled up my Google page, and he's like, yeah, you have 2 reviews in the last week. We made the change you asked for. And now you should see an increase. And since then, we've had, knock on wood, like 1 Google review a week. So that's what I love about the staff at Team GPS is that you guys totally take on all our recommendations and implement them. So I really enjoy working with Ryan Bailey, and Vikram sat in on a few meetings, like I said. But the team there is amazing. They listen to your concerns and issues you're having. Ryan will hop on a call with me any time of the day if he's available. Like, really easy to speak to, escalate issues, and they listen to the problem and they address it rather than just kind of pushing around tickets. So I brought up a few things with them and they've addressed them almost immediately. So it's really, really great team to work with. I really enjoy working with Team GPS. And like I said, having such a good team to work with really makes us consider the other services that you guys provide as IT by Design as a whole. Like, it's a company that we want to work with. It's the culture that speaks to us really well. And I just think you guys are great partners, and we're happy to work with you guys.